Good morning. Another beautiful day. I am debating whether or not I want to take this trade. Opening range trade so good today, so easy. Instant win. Last couple sessions I didn't even have to place the other side of the trade. Just went long, didn't even go short. Locked in another payout with take profit. Still waiting for my payout approval from Apex or denial on 4 accounts. So far, this is what it looks like. I'm getting kind of closer and closer. Not really. Still a long ways away from this account to get to a payout, but oh, and I missed the trade. Of course it's a winner. Guys, this is gonna be in my new trade. I'm gonna take. I've been watching this for a while. I am going to take the opening range trade on the 15-minute when the candle closes above the 15-minute moving average. I mean, the 15-minute, high. So see how these candles didn't close. This candle closed. So I would take the high of that. Again, it takes me too long to get on stream after the opening range trade. I am not sure why that is. I need to figure out a way to literally go live at 9:32. Because all this price action was nice. I could have taken some trades and I just like a nice two-legged pullback here. We'll see. I'm not gonna complain, of course. Just thinking out loud how to improve on the efficiency of the stream. I just feel like most people don't even tune in till later, so. Vintage metal, good luck with that. Gloria, thank you. Sean, good morning. Stuart, how many ticks do you look for the opening trade? Today I did 22. I had 24 loaded. And right before the market opened, I was like, you know what? Let me just stick to 22. Because there's going to be a day where I switch it to like 24, 25, and it's going to give me 22 and then pull back. So I don't want that to happen. So I just do 21, 22, 23. Those are the 3 numbers I choose. Doesn't seem like a lot of difference. But, 2 ticks is $10. And I'm trading 20 accounts, 2 to 4 contracts per account. So I'm probably doing 30 contracts roughly. 30 times 10, that's $300. So it adds up. Yep, still using TradeSyncer. Having an issue with my funded futures. I'm not sure. I guess we had news at 10.
Order filled.
Uh-oh. See, like, I didn't know I was in the trade. You guys just saw. Breach detected. I didn't even know I was in the trade. It did not say I was in the trade. Wow, I was just going to talk about like I'm having an issue with my funded futures and just blew it. eval, but still. I don't even know what happened. Was this thing moving? Let me go back on. Oh, my audio's on. Sorry, guys. That is crazy how I timed that. So I thought I was down $4.6. Basically commissions. That's what I thought, right? I don't see unrealized. Unrealized is 0. Am I going crazy here? And boom. What was that? That is obviously a copy trading issue, but damn, why didn't it show me I was in the trade? That is wild. I'm gonna take a look at the chart. Maybe on the chart I could see something. I don't even see executions on the chart. What the hell? Oh, the chart's not even moving. That could be a problem. That could be the problem, guys. I don't know if do I have to log in every time? Log out in the mornings? Oh, that account's gone already. Oh. It put me short here. Just now. Unbelievable. Why would it put me short there? Is that where my target was for the open? I am so confused. Well, that was a problem with TradeSync for sure. Oh, yeah, I always check my order tab as well on QUANTOWER. So see, like, that's how you learn, right? That's how you kind of learn and you but I don't get why I got filled right here. Like, my opening range trade was right here. So my exit was at 55.9. Oh, wait a minute. This chart on NinjaTrader is just horrible. Jesus. This 500 tick chart on NinjaTrader is so different than on QUANTOWER. It's not even funny. Something is way off. I don't know what, but something is way off. And now the account's gone, so I can't even load it anymore. Oh, they just delete the account. It's gone. Unbelievable. And yes, I do them offline every time. Yes. Every morning, I take a trade for my opening range trade, but don't worry, there will be trades through the day. I still am not done trading all my accounts. I don't want to get a strategy that's pretty successful for me get ruined by prop firm regulations, as in like them restricting it. They can't really restrict it. There's one way they could restrict it, but other than that, they can't really restrict it. I'm not even using brackets most of the time. It's a completely different ORB than it used to be, and I'm spending a lot of money on my house right now, right? Like I'm not gonna jeopardize my income when I explain a lot of things already. Like there's no reason for it. Like I learned my lesson last year, so I'm not gonna do it again. I talk about it, and it doesn't matter, right? It does not matter. I have plenty of trades throughout the day that we could talk about and do the same thing. 22 ticks. That's all you need. That's the whole point of this. It's not to copy the strategy. There's a strategy you're gonna copy from me. Is that fact that you could just get 22 ticks a day, whether it's 2 trades for 10 ticks or 1 trade for 22 ticks, whatever it might be, or 2 trades for 22 ticks with 1 contract each instead of 2 contracts. That's all you need to make money in prop firms. That's the strategy you could copy from me. Base hits. Base hits, baby. It's all we need. One trade a day is tough when you're learning, because how are you gonna learn? I feel like time in the market is when you learn the most, as in when you have a position open. When you have a position open in the trade, you learn a lot more about the market than when you just watch. I don't know. So the more you trade, sometimes the better it could be to learn. But from discipline factor, it depends on your strategy. Like I've made money where I trade 100 trades a day with scalping, a few ticks at a time, or micros. With micros, I got to take, big trades relative in points, right? They're small trades as far as P&L goes. But when it comes to the actual trade itself, it's a pretty big trade, but I had to take so many of them that there's so many ways to make money in the market. All right, but we got to focus here because I definitely want to take a trade on the second group here of accounts to kind of keep it going, keep the ball rolling, and we're going to change this to 23 ticks. That way the P&L is slightly different. Right now, I am not sure which way I want to go, though, because I don't know if this is actually a breakout or are we going to... Some resistance right there. The 15-minute, we're looking... I guess just gotta do one thing. But yeah, I'm so mad about my funded futures. I feel like that's one second, guys. 1 second. Just gotta pay for something. Okay, I'm back. ORB is printing. ORB is really consistent, but I got quite lucky a couple of times, to be honest. So there's gonna be a loss eventually. Just gotta keep on milking it. I have one account at Payout with Apex. I think it's this one. Like I could have requested the payout yesterday, so I'm thinking about doing it today, or maybe I'll wait till tomorrow and just request full 2,000 at this point. Just trying to go for. Let's see how like I had a pretty decent May, and like right now I'm not really looking to make just $500 per payout, but well, I could have held for a home run too. Krister, you know how that works. We always could, but the day we do is the day it doesn't work. So I am ready for a payout with Tradeify. If you missed it yesterday, I did not take a trade on that account today. I'm already on day number 8. 14% consistency. You guys see why I don't care about consistency? Like people make a big deal about it. And for some people, it is a big deal because the way they trade. For me, I don't care. It could be 10% consistency. And I could get it down there if I needed to, right? But under 20%, that means you need five green days of the same profit to be there. So it's not bad. So 14%. I'm going to just take that money out. Probably going to blow the account afterwards. I mean, who knows? If I size down and I trade 2 contracts, I won't blow it. Because I trade 25K accounts, right? With TakeProfitTrader and with Apex. So I had $1,500 with the drawdown. So I should be okay with, I don't know, I'm going to have, what, $1,100 worth of drawdown left? I think that's how it works. So as long as the first trade works instantly, I'll be fine. How much do I risk? Usually, so I gotta do base contracts. One contract I usually would risk around $300 to $400. You see, you say you feel lucky? No, I said I got lucky a couple of times, like last week, where easily could have lost. I have a friend that trades with me with the ORB. He lost a couple of times last week. And then I even could have easily lost, and I just got lucky that I entered the trade a little bit early. So I went through drawdown, right? So imagine we're just watching this. See, this is why trading, like, this is why one of the reasons why I don't trade the opening range trade at the open is because you can't focus. When you stream, focus is so limited. You're 50% focused on trading because I'm answering questions. You're talking, right? You're not laser focused on the chart. Like, I just missed a couple setups here. I didn't even look. I did not look at the chart since here. I feel like I missed this whole move. I just been looking at the chat or my email, whatever. But the thing was, right, the opening range trade, I got lucky where, right, it opened. So this is the open, right? This is the opening price. I got filled in short. It went against me like $800, and then it pulled back. Then it pulled back, and I won. Versus my friend bought up here, and he got dumped on. Right, and I could have easily bought up there too, because the entry short wasn't actually that good. So there's a couple of times where I just kind of escaped, but that's part of it. I mean, I didn't lose on the opening range trade last year from December 15th, roughly. I don't remember exactly. It was 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, one of those days, that week, all the way to February 29th. Okay, that was my first loss. So that's 2.5 months of trading. But did I get lucky throughout that time? Of course. Where I could have hit the max loss and I didn't. And back then I was working out of a ORB all the time. It's crazy to say that now, but back then I was working out of a bad ORB, meaning it would go against me and I would work out of the trade and eventually get back to green. But sometimes I would go for a ride of $1,200, $1,500, dollar loss, or unrealized loss. As you guys know, I didn't use a stop loss back then. And it would work until it didn't work, which was February 29th. And February 29th, I just got unlucky. I mean, I got filled at the bottom of that little bit of a, open. So basically when it opened, it spiked down. I got filled at the very, very bottom. If I would have just placed my order like 4 ticks lower, I would have never been filled. I would have been long and I would have won and the streak would have continued. But I don't use a hard stop, no. If you use a hard stop at very volatile markets, you're going to get destroyed. You could get crazy lag and fills are bad and stuff like that. So it's better to you have to accept your risk, right? So there's a lot of risk involved when it comes to trading with like that, because if there's something that happens at the open that's very unpredictable, if market lags, freezes, whatever, like, yeah, I might lose accounts, and I will lose my accounts eventually, hopefully not anytime soon, right? I would need to lose on the ORB a couple of times, but hopefully it doesn't happen anytime soon. I'm already closing on 50 days on my accounts, a bunch of them, and I don't have that much profit in them. That's the crazy part, because the accounts were kind of going up and down, and then when I get to payout, I just withdraw it, and I'm trading small. So when I withdraw it, like now I'm withdrawing like $1,500. If I'm making $200 a day in 8 days, that's $1,600, right? It's $1,600. So if I just do 8 days of $200, I'll never grow the accounts. I'll get to uncapped payouts, and I'm not gonna have, like, my account balances will never get to 60,000. It's just impossible. So when people don't watch me all the time, they're gonna be confused why my account balances don't grow, because I don't make enough. I would have to make, I think, $400 a day at least, and trade full 8 days. But then once you're at payout, you don't want to trade, right? You just want to flip. So it's like, but like this account as an example is, or like my Tradeify account, right? Like I should be trading this account for 2 more days. I could grow this account to almost $4,000. And then when I withdraw, I would have $2,000 in the account, and it would be much easier to get to the next payout. But it's my first payout with Tradeify, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take the money and try to save the account afterwards. I also got to see if I'm going to get approved. I'm assuming, but you never know. I don't count my money anymore, except on Bullnox and Take Profit. When I request a payout from Bullnox, I am pretty much, as long as I know I didn't flip, I am pretty much set. All right, so yesterday I saw this account at payout 3,300, so I could take out 1,200. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna take out 1,200. Let's grow this account a little bit more. So today I could take out 1,600 or 1,500. But should I trade one more day and take out 1,800? Right? Still waiting for 4 accounts though. Come on, Apex. I don't want those accounts to get too far behind. I would like to have my accounts kind of synchronized. Oh, yeah, no, Mr. Bagby, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. Of course, trading is luck. There's so much luck involved in trading. And I don't care what anyone says. I'll argue. Because you can't predict the market, okay? If you think there's no luck, then you think you're predicting the market perfectly. And if you think you're predicting the market perfectly, then you're just, your head is a little bit too big. You know, your ego needs to like calm down a little bit. And there are people out there that think they could predict the market every single time, and they know what the market's going to do. Like, if that's the case, I don't know, but you should be, should definitely have retirement money already stacked. Update? I don't even update QUANTOWER anymore. What's the new update? Last time they updated it, I didn't like what they changed, so I went back. I haven't looked. Maybe they changed stuff. Like when they do like this kind of update, you don't have to update that. What do you need to update this for? What is track trends? Is this fast track trading? Again, this is a horrible name, by the way. If you're the CEO of this prop firm, it's a horrible name. Everyone's gonna be like making fun of you. Copy trading panel. Market orders did not copy on Project X connection. Okay. Does anyone know if copy trading with Project X has any issues as far as brackets go? Oh yeah, I had an issue with TradeSync today, guys, and I blew my Fund of Futures eval. kind of showed it on stream. I was like, oh, I'm having issues. And well, it's not even TradeSyncer, guys. I lied. It's not TradeSyncer. It's Replicanto that caused it. Because I'm using TradeSyncer to copy trade to Tradeify, and then Tradeify copies with Replicanto to my Fund futures. So I don't know what happened. Really don't. Wish I had it on video, but I don't record my left screen. I record my right screen, but not my left, which where all that was happening. But I do have a brief, you know, I showed it on stream when it happened, kind of. I can't even, the account's gone. I can't even look at the order. Is there like a general history of orders on NinjaTrader that has a blown account? Like if it's blown account, is it still gonna show? I mean, if the account's not on the, I don't know. Yeah, I've used it. I used Project X a little bit, but not. Let's see. I'm debating if I should do Top Step with Project X or if I should do Top Step with Rhythmic. I also don't want to overload QUANTOWER too much. Use Top Step. I can't use Top Step X. Oh, like I can't use Top Step X as a platform. I'm saying I could use it with QUANTOWER, but does it work properly? Does it copy properly? Does it allow brackets? Because I've heard it doesn't allow brackets. And is there any issues with copy trading? Because I've experienced issues with copy trading to DX feed. Daniel, I don't know if you had that. I don't know. Daniel, what do you use to trade? And how's it going for you so far this year? I haven't checked out. But Daniel is a big time streamer, guys, as well. Is the lifetime license for QUANTOWER worth it? I wouldn't get a lifetime license unless you've been using it for a few months. And also, I would do advanced features only unless you really want like everything that QUANTOWER has to offer, which I have a full license and I don't use anything. The advanced features license, which is $30 a month, you can use my code Alpine to kind of get like 10% or something. But I don't know exactly what you get with the full, like yeah, like the volume profiles and like this stuff. Like you know, I don't use any of this stuff. You know, like I don't use anything. You know, buy trades, sell trades, buy volume. Deltas. Buy sell volume, like as you can see, like usually the buy volume and the sell volume is the same because there's always a buyer for seller. So it's kind of like weird how that works. Every time someone sells a contract, there's got to be a buyer. Also, guys, my wheels came in for my car. Yeah, Bullnox code. Code Alpine. What you mean you need a code? Let's see. Do they have? I don't know if they have a sale. They might not have a sale anymore. It's still going. Is it? No, it's not. Bullnox does not have a sale right now. 75% off. 75% off is not good unless you do option 2. I'm waiting for a payout from 2 accounts from Bullnox. I should get the money today. But look at that. 47 days on this Bullnox account. Very proud of myself. 19% consistency. Like, see, I don't worry about consistency rules. All right. We need this market to move so I could take a trade. See, like now I feel like I missed all the opportunity early on, and now I'm kind of stuck here. And we need to find a trade. We need to find a trade. Yeah. Bullnox does not have a 90% off. They have 75% off. Do you want code for 75% off? I don't know if that's something that you would want to really use. The good thing about Bullnox, guys, is when you buy an account with Bullnox, the recurring cost is the same as the price you paid. So if you bought an account for 90% off, it's going to recur at 90% off. So I never cancel my evals with Bullnox. And I only buy Bullnox at 90% off unless I really need an account. You could use Alpine 75 for 75% off. Yeah, the 90% off never includes the end of day drawdown account. I've never used one actually from Bullnox. I don't really see trailing drawdown as a huge enemy. I've gotten so used to it that I kind of just ignore it. And when I scalp, I don't have to worry about it. It really does suck when you don't scalp, or if you use bigger size and you're going for like, let's say 40 ticks, and you have like 3 contracts and you have 40 ticks and you get to like 35 ticks, and now you're up $500 on the, unrealized, and then it pulls back and you get screwed. It's we cannot reset or rebuild 25K challenge. No, you have to get a new one. You have 20 Apex eval with 90% off from. But what do you mean you have evals? one trade a day is good learning discipline, yes. But I said that before. If you don't trade enough, you're not going to learn the markets. If you're new to trading and you take one trade a day, you're not going to learn that much. I mean, unless you have a really good strategy that's going to work. But did you make that $500 by luck? As in, like, it just happened to work? Or is it something you could do every single day? You learn so much more about the market when you're in the trade versus when you just watch. When you have emotions on the line, you'll learn so much more about how the price moves. Oh yeah, I've gotten plenty of payouts with Phidias. Phidias, it's the fastest payout in the industry when it comes to eval to payout. On the 25K cash accounts, you could get a payout in 2 days. So if you do an eval today, you pass, and then you pretty much pass the payout stage, then you could get a payout tomorrow at the end of the day. And by Wednesday, you'll get paid. Or Thursday, sorry. And then you'll have a live account a couple of days after that. It's actually a very smart system. However, obviously, you can't really make a lot. You can make 5 times 8. So $4,000 is the most you can make with those accounts. But you get a live account, so it's pretty cool. Nice. Lease estimator, yeah. I got it in 3 days. 2 days is the fastest. Have I looked at Prop Shop Trader? No, there's so many new prop firms, guys. I am not even going to look. What's the point, right? What is the point? I don't, unless they pay me a shit ton of money to promote them, like, what's the point? Honestly, guys, I'm trying to maximize the accounts I can have with the prop firms I trust, and I still can't do it. And I would get to like 50 accounts if I maxed out. And 50 accounts, I should get to $1 million in payouts. That's the sad part. Yeah, there's Thrive Trading, there's Prop Shop Trader, there's Track Something now again. You have Top One Futures. Lucid is the one I'm trying. I'm trying Lucid. I'm close to a payout with Lucid. We'll see if I get approved. Why not trade 300K accounts? Because they're so hard to pass. On the ORB, you basically go for 21 ticks or max loss. Yeah. So my max loss is typically like $800. But I don't place the order, right? I don't have the bracket, so it could go lower if it happens so fast and I can't even react in time. So that's the risk I take. But I could place a stop if I wanted to. But I've not felt any drawdown. The one time I felt some drawdown was I was down $800. Maybe like not even 800. It was probably like 700. And then it bounced right back. I was down for like a second and then went right back up. So I didn't have time to stop out. I was getting close to getting stopped out. I have a video of it somewhere. Kind of showed it before. So see, my stop loss almost got taken out. But I placed a stop afterwards. I didn't place it when I got in. I placed it when the price wasn't going in my direction. And it was very close to stopping me out. I was actually sure that was going to stop me out. So that day I was celebrating. Do I think the ORB contributes to the majority of my P&L? Is this like an interview or something? Right now, in the last, well, yes and no. So this is how complicated your question is, okay? On May 9th is when I started the ORB. Well, obviously I've been trading the ORB for a while, and I stopped. It didn't work. I stopped, and I gave up on it for a while as well, for about 2 months. Then beginning of May, I started doing it on an eval because I tweaked it with a friend of mine. Thanks to someone that told me in the chat, someone told me something in the chat that made sense why the opening trade was losing for me and why I was getting crazy fills when the market lagged at the open, especially on QUANTOWER. And based on that, I was able to tweak it. And on May 9th, I took it on one funded account. The next day, I think May 12th, whatever, because May 9th was a Friday, I took it on one account. Then I won 3 times in a row on one account. Then I went to 3 accounts. Then I went to 4, 5, and now I'm at 20. But I have 33 accounts. So I trade 2/3 of my accounts right now with the ORB, and then the rest I trade. But guys, you've been watching. I lost 2 trades in the last like 2 weeks. And I lost them on Friday to end the stream. You can watch that. The traps and the 2-leg reversals have been working so well. What was the problem you figure out? So at the open, sometimes there would be a crazy spread. So you see like the gray area you see like here, that's actually indicating a spread. And sometimes this would open up to like 5 points at the open. And it would only happen once in a while, but that's when the ORB would just get screwed. So I would place an order to long here, place an order to short there. Market opens, everything freezes, and I get bottom tick filled there, and a second later, the price is already here. And you just get destroyed. You can't even react. You can't stop out. There's, just so much happening. So I avoid that. I watch for that, and I avoid it now. So, there's a little bit of a delay when it comes to the entry. Let's see. Kind of like this. You see this? You see what's happening here? Like, well, this wasn't too bad. But see how it freezes? And I don't even know what's happening right now. But that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. I lost 918 there. This was in January. So that was a loss. But like it just lags sometimes. Those are not even that good examples. These are like proper losses, but trying to find a video with like a lag loss. Do you actually trade at the open? If you don't place orders right at the open, then you wouldn't know. But yeah, if you trade the open, it might be QUANTOWER and Rhythmic. I don't know. Maybe on Tradeovate it wouldn't happen. Come on. What am I going to wait for now? Fuck. Missed the whole day. So frustrating. I'm very frustrated, guys. The top sale never came yesterday. I paid $350 extra for a daily rental on the Bobcat. Topsoil never came. I have sod coming on Thursday. Now I can't do topsoil. I can't even do sod on the one side of the property. Like, I am so mad. I want to just punch the guy in the freaking forehead. What a dick. Like, how are you going to do that to someone? Like, no text, nothing. No call. I don't know what to do. Really don't know what to do, guys. I really don't know what to do now. Any entry setup coming up for me? Right now, no. Needs to pull back. I need a deep pullback first. Yeah, it really is just, it's our fault for miscalculating how much we needed, obviously, because he did bring it on Saturday, 3 loads. And I needed 4 loads or 4.5. I mean, 3.5. But Sunday we let him know in the morning that we're gonna need it, and he said he's gonna bring it on Monday, and he never did. Yeah, I'm gonna call in a bit, but I don't have the machine. I don't have the track loader anymore. I don't have the Bobcat because someone had it reserved for today. Yeah, it's a plugin for QUANTOWER. It's a plugin for QUANTOWER. Good morning, Corey. Quit complaining. I'm trying, but you know how hard it is. I'm literally spending well over $30,000 on this project. And with the rain, it's been dragging out and it's just so frustrating. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I guess I'm going to have a crazy workout today with moving topsoil by hand. Shovels and wheelbarrows. Because I called another company and they don't have a machine available for rental. And the problem with the rentals is this thing weighs 10,000 pounds. I can't just use my brother's pickup truck and tow it. Yeah, they have to deliver it, and they charge more for delivery than the freaking machine. Thank God for daily payouts with Take Profit Trader, baby. I really should just full port all my take profits for like a week. Make more money. But no. The day I go for 4 accounts on Take Profit Trader is the day ORB is not going to work. The streak's going to end. And I'm going to be pissed. I just saw a FedEx truck pull up. I wonder, guys. I wonder if my wheels came in. My wheels arrived to the shop. I wonder if those are the wheels that came in. I wonder if they shipped them yesterday. They'll come in today. Buy beer and pizza. Corey, were you at my house this weekend? Because that's exactly what we did on Sunday. Saturday was Mexican food, tacos, and Sunday was pizza and beer. I had 10 different Mexicans at my house this weekend. 12 total. Literally, there's no better people for landscaping than Mexicans. I mean, call it a stereotype or not, I don't really care. They should be proud of what they do. But this landscaper, he works for a big, he actually does work in Alpine, New Jersey. So if you Google Alpine, New Jersey, and you find things out like what kind of people he deals with. And my friend lives near Alpine. He's using him. So that's how I found him. No, I did not see the chess match because I don't really care. But is that the one that the guy got really pissed and he smashed the table when he lost? He's acting like a traitor. He just blew his account. That was very bad. That was very bad on his part. It made the other guy feel so awkward. But yeah, this crew of landscapers, they did my sprinklers on Saturday and then topsoil on Sunday. And unfortunately, they work for a big company, like I mentioned. So they only do like side jobs on weekends. So I can't have them. So we didn't have enough topsoil, so they couldn't finish. So I said, I'm just going to do it myself. It's not that hard. It's only in like a little side by the driveway. And then the topsoil never came yesterday. So I extended my rental, number one, for the machine, which is very expensive because it's a big machine, not the small one. I had the small one. I also returned the small one. It's like I could have just freaking, I don't know, probably bought a machine and sold it after I'm done with these projects, and it would have been less. You could buy a Bobcat with 60 months No money down, 0%. Like I could have just bought one and then sold it afterwards. Probably lose less money on it. Trade it back in. So they take you live fast, but not that fast. And with Take Profit Trader, you don't have to worry about going live because they give you 5 accounts with the live account. There's no, the only thing is I've noticed, one of my Twitter friends mentioned that it's been quite a long process to switch over to live. So he's been missing out on a lot of trading days. Wow, what a move. What a move today. Oh man, I feel like ever since this drop, it's been hard for me to get a trade. This was the entry right here for me. This one or this one. 2 of these entries would have worked. Now we wait. Either for a trap or I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe wait for a reversal. When you're sniping, like I've been sniping, you have to be patient. You know how much easier it would be for me to be patient if I wasn't streaming? But since I'm streaming, and of course everyone's going to be like, oh, he doesn't even trade on stream. You know, those comments are going to creep in. Even though I do take 3 to 5 trades every day. But when people don't watch all the time, they don't really see. And right now, I'm very far away from a trade. I don't even know. Because again, I like to take reversals to the long side. I'm not a fan of reversals to the downside. And I'm not a fan of buying up here as well. I just don't feel confident with that. Even though the 2-legged pullbacks are working, I feel like this is not the prime location for them. Slaya, what's going on, bro? Only Bullnox merged your 3 accounts into one after you go live. I don't understand how that's going to work because I'm going to be at my 3rd payout now with Bullnox. So are they going to put me live? I wonder if they're going to put me live. I hope not. Because I don't want one account. And then what's the point of having the ability to have, to have 11 accounts? The only way to get to 11 accounts would be not to take a payout. So the strategy for Bullnox, I think, is going to be grow your accounts before you take payouts. Otherwise, you get screwed. Is that the new game? Grow your Bullnox accounts to like 10 grand each before you start taking payouts. That way, when you go live, you have a decent cushion. Because what are they gonna put me live with? 5 grand? Oh man, that would suck because Bullnox is my favorite side chick. My primary chicks are Apex and Take Profit Trader, and then my side chick is Bullnox. Bullnox is my second most paid out prop firm. Okay, that'll be my live balance. I wonder what they'll give me as far as buying power goes. I guess I'll just take money out every day and just hope to grow the account if they do put me live. Well, I'm not going to have 54, 53. I'm going to have 52, 600 because I'm going to take the payouts. Maybe 53,000, whatever. I'm taking out $1,500 from these two accounts right now. So I don't know what's going to be left. My third payout from these two accounts. We'll see what happens. Let's see if they send me an email tomorrow. Hope not. My Bullnox accounts are looking juicy. Man, nothing beats Take Profit though. Nothing beats Take Profit Trader. Hands down the best prop firm in the existence of prop firms. In this world, obviously Apex, it could take more money out faster. So that's why it's like, it's a good balance. But if you're not trading more than 5 accounts at Apex, Take Profit is way better. Apex is definitely good after like 10 accounts. 10 accounts or more. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, man. Yeah, visual trader. The good days are definitely over as far as that goes. But until Apex starts putting people live, I'm not buying it. They got to start putting people live and we got to see it. Otherwise, I don't know if I think they're going to put anyone live anytime soon. Apex just sometimes doesn't like process things that they come up with, right? If they just processed it, if they asked opinions from other people, like especially us on YouTube who see different prop firms, like people at Apex might not be able to see, and I'm talking about all prop firms, right? Not just Apex, but people internally in prop firms might not be able to see what's happening outside because there's a lot going on. And if you're not trading with a prop firm, it's hard to keep up with the rules. Like I don't even know rules for half these prop firms that are coming up right now. I don't even know the rules for Tradeify, to be honest, as far as like the payouts go. And, you know, what you can get paid in the first payout, second payout. I don't even know exactly how that works. But, you know, make a payout cap per account. Make a payout cap per month. Make a payout cap for something. Like so many different ways to make a payout cap where you could still allow consistent traders, because this is the issue. It's the inconsistent traders are the problem. Because if you're inconsistent, but you could be consistent for 20 days and you make $20,000 per account in those 20 days, you're making a shit ton of money. That's $400,000. Just looking to see if I want to take this trap, you know, but like that's the issue. It's the inconsistent traders that aim to just be consistent for 20 days and get a big payout. Because literally, if you have 20 accounts and you make $10,000 in 20 days or 10 days, you could ride that account to, you know, $200,000 payout over next few weeks, and your year is pretty much good to go. So if they just did a cap on how much you could take out per account or how much you could take out per month, whatever it might be, there's got to be, you know, discussions about that. But it wouldn't basically affect those who are consistent, right? If you want to make $1 million, you can, but you got to do it over a course of a year. You can't make $1 million in 40 days and get it paid out. Like, just limit that. Like, that's windfall trading, to, you know, from one way to look at it, that's windfall trading. Because if you make 40 trading days and turn it into $1 million, that's basically fully porting, and you don't really have to be that good of a trader to do it. Yes, 40 days is a long time. It's 2 months that you can't have a big loss. But that's not a year of trading, you know? I feel like if you trade for a year, then you deserve that million. You know, that's how it should be looked at, in my opinion. But again, it's not my prop firm. I don't know. This is maybe why I should have a prop firm. Just come up with my own rules. And then it would be also easier to determine who's qualified for a live account. But also, prop firms have to stop saying that, you know, we have to know if the person's ready for live because it's our money at risk. It's not prop firms' money at risk. I don't know, like, why do they come up with these things? Like, if Bullnox puts me live, right? Bullnox is going to put me live with, I have 4 accounts, let's say at $2,600 after payout. So $10,000. It's my money, not their money. Because I made that money and they owe it to me. Right? If I want to request, they owe it to me. So if they put me live, it's my money, not their money. And the only thing is now happening is they're using a stop loss on me, right? They're not going to lose any more money from me. They can only gain money from me because if I make money, they're going to get a percentage cut. If I blow the account, then they didn't lose anything. I didn't, you know, I lost money at that point. So it's like, you know, when prop firms say, like, we got to see if the person's ready for live, obviously, I'm sure there is some kind of thing where if too many people blow live accounts, you know, the brokers are going to be like, what the hell's happening? Like, these people sign up for an account and in one day it's gone. And now we got to close it. Like, that's not going to be good either. You didn't make real money. It is paper money. That is why. But it's real money if they have to pay me the money, right? If I make $10,000 and they have to, if they have to pay it to me, that's my money. So if I make $10,000 and they have 2 choices, putting me live or giving me the $10,000, that is the same thing. That is the same thing. They didn't put up their money. Like, it's either going to my bank account or it's going to my trading account. But now if they put it into a trading account, if I make more money, now it's not coming out of their pocket. Versus if they give it to my bank account, right? They put it into my bank account. I'm going to continue trading with SIM accounts and I'm going to continue making more withdrawals. and I'm going to keep taking money from their bank account into mine instead of taking it from the market. Does that make sense? If the prop firm has to pay you that money in the form of a payout, you've made that money. Yes, I know it's sim. It's not actually physically there, but you know what I'm saying. Andy, when prop firms make changes, instead of bashing the prop firm, okay, you don't get any benefit of bashing them, right? The one thing you could do is move on from that prop firm, not trade with them anymore. You could use it as a red flag, whatever. But the main thing why your prop firm is changing their rules is to protect the prop firm. And if they don't protect the prop firm, then no one's getting paid. The prop firms don't care about us. Like we're not on the same team. We're on the opposite sides of the field. We're trying to score goals on their end, and they're trying to score goals on our end by us blowing accounts and whatnot. They will never say that, of course. But that's the reality of it. And if you don't believe that, then that's just, you know, if you go on YouTube and you watch Top Step TV and you hear Patak say, we are here for the traders, that's a bunch of BS. Okay, that's what they want you to believe. But at the end of the day, they just want to make money the same way you want to make money, right? I'm not saying the prop firms are there to, like, obviously prop firms are not going to survive without making good rules, making payouts regularly. Like, that's how a business works. That's how a business operates. You need good employees, right? We're the employees of the prop firm. Without us, they're not going to go anywhere, right? We're customers and employees at the same time. Because if we're making money, and they could advertise that as, you know, as such, then that's going to bring in more revenue. So we're marketing agents, we're employees, and we're customers, and we're the enemy at the same time, all four at once. Because there's plenty of prop firms that have been around for months and no one talks about them. There's zero traction. Day traders, for example, Legends. I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones. But stuff like, you know, fast track trading, flexi trade, and precision, was it precision funding or profit trade? I think precision as well. Profit trade. So we have 4 prop firms that went under. Right? Precision's done, no? I think they are. Yeah, so we have 4 prop firms that went under, you know, and for new prop firm to come on the market now is very difficult. Any of the new ones seem promising? I don't really see. I mean, I'm not saying they're going to go under. I'm just saying, like, is it promising in what way? Like, do they provide something that the other prop firms don't? Like Prop Shop, no idea who they are, no idea what they work like. I could take a look right now and take a look to see if there's anything in the Prop Shop that is better than the 10 prop firms that we currently use. Videos is good. Day traders, I think they're okay too. I've never used day traders, so I can't speak on them. Do I recommend videos? Yeah, the 25K accounts though, because the 50K accounts, it's only one payout a month. I feel like that's just not. I mean, it's good to have as a side chick, right? You could get 5 accounts. You could get them to a payout by end of the month. But let's say you start in the middle of the month. Like right now, it's the beginning of the month. So yes, highly recommend Phidias because you're going to get paid June 25th, whatever. But if it's June 15th and you ask me if I recommend Phidias, I'm going to be like, well, you can't get paid till end of July. Is it worth for you to do it? So the timing of when you start actually matters. But the 25K accounts with Phidias, that's a different subject. Because you could pass an eval in one day, and then second day you could get a payout. ETF is kind of borderline, on the good and the bad side. Chuck, you're talking about Apex, and Apex they've paid out $500 million now, and they pay out about $20 to $30 million a month. So a $2.5 million payout is not going to kill a prop like that. It would kill like a small prop, but not a Apex. But why do they let them get to 2.5 million? Right? You might ask yourself that question. And I think the answer is that they hope that eventually the person will blow it because they see the person trading crazy amounts. I mean, Kane had $3 million and he blew $1 million, I believe. That's something like that. He blew $1 million day before he took the money out. So another person that's up $1 million, imagine they're trying to get to 2 million and they take a $250,000 loss or $200,000 loss in their accounts, right? So you have 20 accounts, you take a $10,000 loss per account, which is not that difficult to do. You might think 200,000, you have to be an idiot to lose that. It's only 10 grand per account. $1 million, guys, is only $50,000 per account. Like, if you think about it that way, it really is mind-blowing how easy it is to get there. For most of us, it would just take a long time. But technically, right? If I just did my opening range trade, so let's say I did my 150K account, right? Because it's a little easier. I did 4 contracts, so $400 times... How many days in a row would I need? Okay, so I would need 6 months of the opening range trade to work in a row and to make $1 million. That's if I didn't increase the size. Just kept it 4 contracts every morning. It's really, 6 months seems like it's a long time, but that's pretty much this year already. But obviously, you're going to have losses and all that stuff. So it's like, it's in the perfect world. Why Apex cries? I don't think they cry. I don't think they cry. See, this is why you can't believe everything you see on social media. Like, you got to use your brain a little bit, right? In these situations. Same thing with, I talk about this when it comes to watching people trade online, including myself. Typically you have to pay attention to what people do, not what they say. I mean, this is something I've learned over the years after going to a chat room, you know, from one chat room to the next, I've always saw that the traders were talking and talking and talking, but when it came to trading, they were doing something different, right? Everyone's preaching risk management, but when it comes to their trading, they're not using proper risk management that they are speaking of. Their risk management is usually, you know, from what I've learned, is much bigger stop loss than their take profit, but a very high win rate. That's how I've seen the most successful traders survive and make the most profit. Versus the people that are preaching tight risk management, those are the people that are dying by a million paper cuts, right? The people that are trying to follow them, and then, but trading with a wide stop, you have to be really good at what you're doing, because if you just randomly take trades and you're gonna just have a poor win ratio, then you're gonna get destroyed. So that's, and then you also have to make your wins count. That's the big thing with big risk, is you have to make the big trades count. When the trade is there and it's going in your profit, you know, instead of taking small profit, you got to let it work. And that's the difficulty I had as a trader. How many times I covered and then just kept dumping, and then I didn't cover and it ripped. Now, because I only traded short on the stocks. You know, it's very easy to say the right things. And I heard something on the radio, was they were talking about sports, basketball in particular, but I don't want to mess this up, but it was a quote, and I loved it, and I want to apply it to trading, because I talked about this a little bit last week as well. How we get kind of lucky when you have the right attitude and stuff, things will just fall into places, versus when you have bad attitude, you know, things, you know, you get instead of getting the bottom tick fill to get into the trade, you're gonna get bottom ticked out of the trade, stuff like that. And it was, does your attitude not change, but fuck, I don't want to mess it up. Does your attitude determine the outcome, or does the outcome determine your attitude? And in trading, a lot of times the outcome determines the attitude, right? And I'm guilty of that myself. That's what I'm very big on this, because you see a lot of people that are doing well and you ask them questions, they'll tell you the right things, but when the things are not going well, their attitude completely changes. And if you ask them the same questions, it's not going to be the same answers. Or when you ask them the question when they were doing good, like when people ask me about my stop loss right now, right? Well, I'm saying I'm going to stop out $700, $800, but what if I don't? What if the trade just goes against me, right? Then it's not what I planned for. But in trading, is it the attitude that's going to determine your outcome, or is it the outcome that's going to determine your attitude? Right? What's first? When I redeem my points, they're not available in my credits. You don't, when you go to checkout. So Ruben, did you go to checkout on your 50K account or whatever account you have? Did you go to checkout to pay for the activation? And then right underneath the credit card, there'll be a little bank thingy that's going to say you have a credit. And you don't see that? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna try to order some topsoil from this other company. See if they could do it today.
Thank you.
Well, this place can't deliver today. Let me see if there's any other places. See if this place could do it. All right, I'm getting some top sold today at 3 o'clock. Why can't FSD show us P&L anymore? You mean FSP? What happened? I never liked how he showed it in the first place. I have no problem with his trading style, but yeah. But who told him he can't show losses? Flagged by YouTube? SR, I did notice that sometimes, like if I request like late night on the weekend, like I get approved faster. Maybe it's like the European people working or something. But Slate, he doesn't show anything now. So Christy has said, and I just looked, he doesn't show anything now. But yeah, he shows it whether it's a PA account or an eval, and then it doesn't show the red accounts, which is not a good. When you're teaching that, one thing when you're doing it yourself, okay, but when you're teaching, right? When you're teaching that kind of method, and you're selling a course, you can't hide it. But that is the thing that's happening on the financial markets, right? In that industry. Same thing with Dodgy, right? Rips and Dodgy are going at it. And, Dodgy thinks he's all this great trader and stuff, but doesn't even trade. Like why? Why wouldn't you trade? I don't understand. I never understood that concept. But it's very easy to... okay, we had a trap here. Should I take this? Hold on, guys. I'm not copy trading. I might take this short. A little late. The entry should have been right here. Of this trap here. I think we could collapse here. I'm not copy trading because it's a late entry. Turned up the copy trader. Yeah, it would have been an easy win. I chased it. Still could win, but it would have been a very easy win had I entered where I should have, but kind of was distracted. Come on. Yeah, see, sometimes when you scalp, like, you know how many times I won on the trade that was like, you know, pretty much the bottom I got out or the top I got out, especially the longs. And like my trap is up here, right? And the entry is right here on this candle, like confirmation candle. And I enter right here. Like if I lose on this trade, I have no one to blame but myself, right? The strategy is working, which is good. You know, I'm distracted, so I'm not paying attention. And I chase and I lose. So it's like so many mistakes in one little thing. So like I can't be too like upset with the market and the strategy. Like I can't count this as a loss for my strategy if I lose. This is a win. Because if I would have taken it properly, it would have been a win. And a lot of times I did win in the last few days where I basically not top tick, but I got out and then it reversed, right? So like this is what I'm taking only 20, 22 ticks, whatever. This is going to be a loss. And then we're going to try to make it back when I copy trade the other accounts. So this account's probably going to be red if I take a loss. Because I'm not going to be able to make back 500 today unless I take 3 trades on this account, which is most likely not going to happen. Yeah, I've been back to minis for a while now. Since the beginning of May. Market is way slower now than it was. But this is why I don't like shorting. Also a reason, right? It just doesn't feel as good. Like if the market's flipped and we make a huge down move like this, I love the long up here, right? To reverse. But I don't love the shorting here. I'm saying if I flip the market upside down, which I think on NinjaTrader you can. I think on TradingView you definitely can. If I flip this market upside down, and this is a down move, not an up move, I love the reversal here. But on the way up, I don't like the reversal here. I'm not taking a reversal. I'm just taking a short trade for a quick 23 ticks, which is not going to work right now because I chased. And it's going to piss me off, that fact that I chased and I get punished for it. But that's what happens sometimes. As a trader, you have to learn from your mistakes, right? You learn from your mistakes. You forget because you've been on the hot winning streak and you forget. And this is what I talked about earlier, how it's so different when you talk about things versus when you do things. Like I could explain this strategy in a video, how this is a winning trade, but look what I did. I just lost on the winning trade, right? I just lost on the winning trade because of my lack of focus and chase, right? Lack of focus is one thing. You could have lack of focus and miss the trade. But to chase down here, I mean, that's bad. I mean, I thought it was going to break down. I really thought it was going to break down. But yeah, first loss in a long, long time on Apex. Actually, no, sorry. Friday I lost on Apex. I forgot. But that's why I didn't copy trade. So that was the only good thing about this trade was I literally turned off the copy trader right before I took the trade. Oh man, that pissed me off though. I can't deny that it just pissed me off a little bit. And if I was not streaming right now, I'm walking away. I'm setting an alert when the price gets down here, and now I'm taking an easy long versus up here. No trades. There's literally no trades in this area for me, even down here. And if it keeps going higher, no trades. So I'm sorry, guys, but there will be no trades. I'm not forcing another trade for today. Like I just do stupid things when I force trades. So we got to be mindful of that, right? Sometimes we have to be is it going to show up or is this not going to show up? Sucks that we can't make notes on the chart. Can we? No, we can't, right? Why can I see the name? Custom name. There we go. I'm gonna request. See, I don't know, Sean. I'm gonna request the payout when I see it, but like I have one account today I could request $1,500 from. I could have requested $1,200 yesterday. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't keep track because it plays with your mental. I did it on Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? One of those days last week, or maybe Wednesday. I did a spreadsheet and I was counting how many days I have on the accounts, and right away, mental issues became a thing. Oh, I don't want to trade this account because if I just flip, I could get a payout. Or, you know, if I flip for 2 days, I could get a payout. Instead of trading those accounts normally and getting extra $200 to $400 per account, if I just didn't check how many days more, you know, how many more days I need to trade, if I would have just continuously traded those accounts, I would have gotten a much bigger payout. Right now, I have no idea which account is ready for a payout. No idea. So you log into Apex at the end of the day, and you just check. And whatever there, you could take it out. That's the simplest way to do it. When you start micromanaging your days, you're going to start getting affected by it. At least I am. So same thing with your expenses. If you start micromanaging your expenses, how much money you're spending on the account and all that, you're going to trade differently and you're going to try to make the expenses back sooner than you should. And it's probably going to cost you more than you think. Mostly so I don't keep trading if I don't need to. Yes, that is true. But I feel the opposite thing. Why wouldn't I continue to trade when I can, when I'm winning so much right now? Why wouldn't I continue to trade and make more money? So that way, if I do end up losing one day, you know, I just requested a payout from 9 accounts. I think one account was at full payout. The rest, I could have made more money, right? The rest, I could have made more money and request that money, okay? Because I wasn't at full payout. That means, let's say, like I talked about it earlier, it's this account right here. I could make another $500 on this account and request it today. Now, I can't make it today because then I probably would not be at 30% consistency. But what I'm saying is I could get this account to $54,100 and request $2,000 versus right now I could only request $1,500. And I'm already at 8 days, well past that. So in my previous payout request with 9 accounts, only one account was at the maximum payout. Everything else was under. So I still needed to trade 1 or 2 days, depending on which account it was. So Thursday I flipped and Friday I flipped a lot of accounts instead of trading them. And I would have made, you know, extra $200 to $400 per account times 9 accounts. That is extra $3,000 roughly. 2 to 4,000, depending on, you know, how you look at it. And that would have been a payout. So instead of $35,000, I could have been at $40,000 on the month, you know, and it all adds up. And I don't know. That's why I don't check. Kind of long-winded answer to that question. Of course, it's going to pull back now. It's going to break apart now. Corey, you're going to be right. Giveaway? No. Giveaway will happen sometime mid-June. Like, it's already... Like, this week is going to be tough, but next week, probably. I should get my free Take Profit accounts. Oh, man. What a bummer. What a bummer, man. What a bummer. They had to pull it up one more time before they go lower. How do you have to make... How much do you have to make to get to a payout on Phidias Live? 500. Every $500 you could take out on the live account. So it's not easy, but I don't even have it active. I have it. I just got to activate it. But I think I'm going to do one more payout before I activate it. Yep, there's the move, and I'm out. That's why tight stop losses suck. It's the worst way of trading for me, but they don't want to risk too much because it was an ideal trade for me. I might not even trade this account again today. I might just do 4 contracts tomorrow on the opening range trade and make $400 back and then take another trade. Or not even, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? One loss is not gonna... It's $500 loss. It's not the end of the world. I can make $400 tomorrow. But if there's a good setup, then I'll take it. But I'm not gonna force this choppy market. ATR has died, which is the problem. It's the ATR that's the problem right now. So not so much the chop, but the ATR. We need to get a clean breakout like this. That's why I marked it kind of like here. So if we start breaking out, then I could take a, then I could take a trade. But a lot of times I would like to see it go below. See how it like goes below, goes above, like it's never just straight up. So we could go down below 650 and get down to, 630s and then trap and then go up. That's something that I would be interested in. Or just dump it all the way to 600 or lower. So much easier to get a good trade. I hate trending markets, man. There's nothing worse for me. Do the worst in trading markets, especially when it's choppy trend. Is it ranging? I see this more as a trend. I mean, going straight up, no? From 7 o'clock. I wouldn't call this a range. This is only a 5-minute chart and just going up. Right back up it goes. I'm bummed out about the other trade, guys. Really bummed out. Really bummed out about this trade. Horrible. A winning trade that's a loss is really nothing worse. Because my entry was so late that I don't know. I trade minis. So good. Keep the spirits up, guys. No worries. One loss does not matter in the grand scheme of things. There's going to be way worse days than this. Did I eat? Yes, I did. Bright side, it was just one account. Yeah, I knew it was kind of sketchy, so I turned off the copy trader right before. Because I was supposed to trade these 3 accounts. And this account was not at payout yet, you know, so no worries. I should update my payouts, but I'm still waiting for this Apex payout before I update it. I gotta find some time to make a spreadsheet. But man, this has been under review since Friday. Come on. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 payouts with this account. So it's uncapped. This is an uncapped payout. Crazy to think I can only take out 2,000 on the. Actually, no, sorry, it's not uncapped. It's you could take out the safety net. So after 3 payouts, you could take out the safety net. I'm using QUANTOWER. Six payouts is unlimited payout. 3 payouts is safety net. Yes, it has a copied. As a copy trader and has an ability to log into multiple Rhythmic accounts. If you had to start day trading all over again from scratch, I don't know how I would do it, to be honest. You definitely need more accounts. One account is tough. I take this 2-legged pullback. I know we did dip into the lows here. Got one pullback, second pullback here. I'm gonna try it. See what happens. This has got to close red though. This turns green before it closes, then I'm not taking it. Oh, wow. What a slippage. That was a crazy slippage. I mean, it's a lot of stops did go through there. But they're just going to rotate right back down. That's the... If this stops me out, I'm calling it a day. Because I'm going to get frustrated. I don't want to do that. I'm forcing trades in chop versus waiting for a breakout or pullback. I'm trying to anticipate this breakout instead of waiting for it and then jumping in on continuation. This should have went already. If it would have went. Come on, go. Need this to win to stay in the game today. If not, the game is over for today. Ideally, not stop out and add, but I just don't want to do that. Because I can make this back over the next couple of days. Gotta look at the big picture. Adding down here would definitely be a much higher chance of winning. But this is horrible. I mean, this is terrible market right now. What is the ATR on 1 minute? I don't even know. 6? What are we even doing here, guys? Let's go enjoy the freaking outdoors. 6 ATR on the 1 minute chart? What are we trading? The overnight session? Wow. That is so bad. Come on, Trump, say something. See? We all complain about volatility, Bill. This is way worse. This is torture. All right, guys. Let me know what questions you have. I'm going to stay on for another 10 minutes, and I'm going... And I'm done for the day. This is horrible. Lost patience today, guys. Sorry. Lost my patience. Lost my mojo. Because I just did not wait for setups. I just took random trades that took the good setups in bad locations. So I'm so tempted not to stop out and just add, because this is going to keep rotating up and down. Right? This stop loss is in a horrible spot. This should be an add. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take a stop loss and make it back tomorrow. Yep, I'll be trading with trade day. Starting this week probably. Whenever they switch over to 3 accounts. Wow, I can't believe this is 6 ATR right now. No, they're going to have 3 accounts. But right now, they're still more expensive than Take Profit Trader. So I don't know if they're going to have any promos. But they do have end of day accounts instead of trailing drawdown accounts. So that's going to be a benefit. But I'm just going to use them as basically 3 extra Take Profit accounts. Why don't I ask Patrick for more advice? What do you mean? That's not how trading works. And I'm cool with Patrick. I'll probably visit BDH again soon. I don't know when. Maybe in the fall sometime. I don't trade the 15-minute opening range trade. And he's good at holding big size. I am not. And I never will be. This is a joke. This is an ultimate joke. I mean, this is why it's not working. It's 6 ATR. I mean, a 23 tick trade should happen in seconds. This seems like I'm looking for a monster move based on like the chart scaling. This is 5 points, guys. This is 5 points. This is absurd. I did not realize it was that slow. I'm not used to the ATR on the tick chart yet. I gotta keep looking. Same thing with like other indicators. You gotta get used to them. So like I know it's like currency, right? If you tell me, you know, $1,000 Canadian, I don't really know what that means. You would have to get used to it, you know, converting it to US dollars. Same thing with ATR on this chart. I don't really, it's the same now, but that's just telling you the volume is low. End of day drawdown is better than trailing, yes. But typically it will have a max daily loss most of the time. Okay, here comes the stop loss. I'm going to make these accounts back tomorrow. Don't worry, guys. This is it for me today. My worst trading day in about... This is my worst trading day in about a month. all because I forced trades. So lesson learned. Okay, not gonna force trades moving forward. We're gonna wait perfectly. We're gonna try to stay more focused when there's volatility, because that's kind of what I took for granted. I thought today's gonna be volatile because how volatile the open was, and then it just died, right? So I pretty sure it would have been better to adhere than to stop out, but I can't do that. It's too big of a loss. Let's see if this bounces back up. It's gonna. Damn, that's gonna suck if I get denied on this payout. I mean, it should be fine. I have $3,300 on this account, so I really didn't lose any money on this account. This account pretty much, dead in the water now. This account's fine. But tomorrow I'm gonna take, 4 contracts on this account, make back some. Whatever, I'm not gonna pay attention to the drawdown and see what happens. I did pass 3 evals today. Randomly overnight, I just placed trades and I passed some evals. You could see that right here. 1, 2, 3. And I failed 2 evals. So not worried about that. It just sucks because, like, we could make excuses and all this stuff, but at the end of the day, when you lose by making mistakes, you got to be mad at yourself. You can't, when you execute properly and everything's fine, sometimes you just can't be mad at yourself. You just got to give it up to the market, and you trade properly, and sometimes you're going to lose. But when you trade poorly because of the market conditions, right? And you're determined to take a trade, and you just, I don't know. I could make as many excuses as I want. Oh, I just can't. What a disaster. I hope my disasters are like this for the rest of the year, though. Oh for 2? That's horrible, guys. It's not something I ever want to do. But I will not trade any more accounts, which is going to screw me up a little bit. But it is what it is. See? When it's choppy markets, using stop losses is kind of stupid in a sense. Go play in the dirt. Yeah, I got to wait till 3 o'clock. Hopefully they come. Yep, should have added. Should have never stopped out, guys. I knew it, but for the sake of streaming and proper risk management, I just stopped out. But in the choppy environment, it's better to just scale in and scale out, because you're going to get chopped to death otherwise. Both my trades, look, if I didn't use a stop loss, just hear me out. If I didn't use a stop loss, I would be green on everything today. I entered there. I stopped out there, came right back down. I entered there, came back, it's right back up now. You see what I'm saying? Using stop losses is not always better. And this is the biggest misconception in trading. Tight stop losses, you could lose on your winning trades, okay? Losing on winning trades is the most painful thing to experience, and you get very frustrated. If it happens, it happens once, twice, whatever. But if it happens, 10 times, 15 times, you're going to start changing how you trade. And that was my big thinking last year. I showed examples of how I used to lose when I used to use stop losses, and then I win when I don't use stop losses. So why would I use stop losses, right? Unbelievable. Oh, thank God I am in a good spirit right now, because I would tilt. I would tilt right now, guys. This is the biggest tilt session potential in a while. Wow. Holy shit. What a bad execution. Trapped. See, the trap is right there. Oh my God. Breathe. Just breathe. How do I use a stop loss on the next trade? That's the difficult decision. How do I use a stop loss on the next trade when I just showed myself using no stop losses is more beneficial long term, especially when there's no risk at the prop firm level, right? It's not like I'm trading my personal funds. Look, instead of being down on these accounts, I'm celebrating and getting closer to a payout. How unfortunate. I gotta save this chart and put it somewhere so I could see it all the time. Yeah. My goodness. Am I happy with Lucid? I haven't taken a payout yet. I'm not even gonna look, guys. I have no words. I have no words. What am I supposed to do now? I said it so many times, too. I said it so many times. My goodness. This is horrible. Lost patience today, guys. Sorry. Somewhere here I said it. Lost my patience, lost my mojo, because I just did not wait for setups. I just took random trades that took the good setups in bad locations. So I'm so tempted not to stop out and just add, because this is going to keep rotating up and down. See? All right, this stop loss is in a horrible spot. This should be an ad. That should be a video. That should be a video. I'm not going to do that. I'll take a stop loss and make... That should be a video right there, because look what happened. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it too. It's like You try to do the right thing for the stream and use a proper stop loss, blah, 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 and then you just get screwed. It feels easier to blow an account than to lose like this, honestly speaking, guys. I don't know if you feel the same, but for me, it's much easier to just blow an account. I wasn't worried about size. It's not about size. It has to do with just wanting to be, you know, proper risk manager. Fuck. Then I'm not gonna be trading my own strategy. Then what kind of strategy am I gonna trade? Just random pullbacks? This was a strategy in its own, yes. If I wasn't here, that's a buy. That's the problem. No, I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming streaming. It's a big difference. You know, these prop firms want to have proper risk management. Oh my God, it drives me nuts. People that can't trade are going to talk to you about proper risk management, you know? People that can't trade started a prop firm and they're going to talk about risk management to us. Oh, my. To like pull back then buy, that's what I did. The problem was that if I would have added here and then it dumped, it would have been, one account would have been blown. Yeah, I know, Leon. I think it's all part of yesterday's frustration with my topsoil situation and work. I'm so busy this weekend. I should not even be streaming from Thursday. Thursday, Friday, I shouldn't stream, but I just won't stream on Friday. Thursday, I'm going to manage best I can. And when things are going well with trading, I wish I was just a full-time trader and YouTuber. But when things are not going well, I'm so thankful for my DJ job. And it's like, this year I'm going to make just as much. At this point, I'm going to make just as much DJing as I do trading, right? Last year was, I guess, different. Oh, man, I am definitely done for the day, guys. I am not in the mood to trade. I am in a horrible mood right now when it comes to my execution. As far as mood in general, I don't really care. I'm going to make this back tomorrow, right? One account, no, but the 2 other accounts, I'm going to make it back tomorrow. And then by Thursday, they'll be back green. So I'm not worried about that. But just, speaking from perspective of using stop losses, I talked about it all day today, how it's so much easier to talk about it than to do it. And how do you teach this, right? How are you going to teach a trader? You made 83K and you need a job. I just spent like $30,000 or $40,000 on landscaping. So yeah, I do. If I don't make $200,000 a year, I am not going to be able to do things I want. I could live, of course, but just pay my mortgage and nothing else. And save. I want to do things where I don't have to worry about money. Like right now, I'm not worried about money. I couldn't have a Bobcat at my house today because someone reserved it and they needed it. I didn't reserve it, so they took it. I didn't care about paying extra money for it. It's like $300 a day. It's the delivery that kills you. So delivery I already paid for. And then the guy didn't show up with topsoil yesterday. So now I couldn't do topsoil yesterday. And now it's like, how am I going to get it done by Thursday? I don't know. I got to use like hands and wheelbarrows to move that much dirt. It's heavy as hell. Oh. Not realistic. What? How many yards? I don't know how many yards I'm going to need for the side. I did 75 yards in the front. And then we ran out. So that's why we couldn't finish the side. Probably going to need 10 yards for the side. I'm going to have him dump it where it's going to be minimal moving, but even just renting a track. I just had a Bobcat for 2 weeks. I had 3 Bobcats and an excavator. I spent on rental, spent like $7,000 this month of equipment. Sprinklers costed me $4,600. Topsoil on the front costed me $2,500 for work, for labor. Each truck of topsoil is $800. I've already had 5 trucks. So I already had over 120 yards of topsoil. My trees costed me $4,500. To cut down my trees costed me $4,000. So how much are we at now? And the most expensive part is coming Thursday, the sod. The sod is going to be 55 cents a square foot. So give or take 7,000. You were missing lots of soil. Not missing. You need topsoil to make the grass grow. Otherwise, you can't really make your ground even. How are the patterns different on the tick and the minute chart? They're not different. Depends what you like. The thing is with tick charts for me, I could see the volume better. And also it's more setups given. Like there's more details, right? The chart's more detailed in a sense. But oftentimes, when there's a lot of volatility and a lot of volume, you're going to have, for every minute, you're going to have 3 or 4 candles on the tick chart, like a 500 tick chart. The tick charts are based on like volume and, you know, the ticks. I have no risk management. Oh, God. I just watched a video. On was Congress or something. It's been popping up on my feed. I don't know why. There was 2 videos. One was Boeing and one was Visa and MasterCard, I think. One or the other. The CEOs. And they were getting shit on because their profit margins are like close to 50%. The Boeing CEO like doubled his salary in the last couple of years, whatever. Right? So if a business has 30, 40% profit margin, that's an amazing business. So then you have a dumbass that comes into a chat and says you have no risk management when you're turning, I don't know, $50,000 into 200,000. You know, and an idiot that comes in after I just took 2 losses on the trade says I have no risk management. It's quite comical. And the fact that he hasn't been banned yet is crazier, but it's just funny. And yes, Corey, I'm going to schedule a consultation with you guys on how to distribute my topsoil next time. Because the way I've been doing it, it's not good. I have no risk management on that end. Man, what a bummer. Oh, I don't take it to heart. Oh man, if I took it to heart, I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I paid more in taxes than he made last year, you know? But today's frustrating, I'm not going to lie. Especially the way it's playing out right now. Hyro, no, I don't keep track of my expenses because it's a mental, it's same thing as I just talked about, keeping track of how many days I have on the account. You know, when do I get a payout? I don't keep track of any of that. I did my taxes on April 12th this year. And I did my calculations on how much I spent on the PA account and evaluations for 2024 on April 10th, 2 days before I went to my accountant. And I talked about this yesterday, okay? There's a reason why it's a mental, like a mental switch. Because if I calculate right now how much money I've spent on the accounts, I want that number to be as low as possible. I want my net to be as much as it can be, right? Versus when I calculate it right before taxes, I want that number to be as high as possible. Because I already know how much money I have in my bank, how much money is left over, and I'm happy with that number, right? So now I just want to save as much money in that bank account as possible. So I want the evaluation fees to be as high as possible so that way I get more deductions. Percentage gain last year, I spent 42,000 on Apex and like 52,000 total on prop firms. And I took out 375,000. So I made around 320,000 net. It's hard to say because obviously you deduct everything, right? Computers, microphones, camera, $3,000. This microphone's $800 setup. You know, this is like $500 board, new screens, new computer, new everything, like new desk, new office. You know, you deduct everything. So it's like, it's hard to say exactly what you made unless you really just break it down. But the overall PA fees, eval fees versus expenses. I don't have a code for my funded futures, so just use Nutty's code. Nutty has a code, MBT. What camera do I have? I have the Sony E1. Wow, what a rip. Don't use code Alpine with my funded futures because it's stolen. Yeah, let me go check my Robinhood. Maybe I'll feel better about my day, even though it's like peanuts. Yeah. I'm up $700 today on stocks. Up $6,000. So I have a 14% investment, 15% almost return on the $40,000. It's not bad, but I wish I had $100,000 in there. Unbelievable! I got stopped out right there. Oh. Now, see, now I should be taking, like, if I just was patient for my entries and stuff, man. Wow, painful, painful, painful. But it's all because of the traps right here. The reason why it's so powerful now is because, look, you know, people stop out here, people stop out right here. You know, now it becomes support. So I traded in the choppy zone. I didn't trade here, and I didn't trade there. Horrible. But oh yeah, Corey, I'm not. That's why I'm not gonna try to make it back, you know, and try to tilt and trade more. I'd rather talk about it, vent instead of trading. Just buy the top. Okay, John. So when I go and buy, you got to short. Okay, and then if you win, you send me case of Red Bulls. Okay. Man, I still have some monthly Apex accounts. That's the funny part. I have some Apex monthly accounts. They're gonna rebuild, I think, tomorrow. That sucks. I think that's the third rebuild on some of them. gonna get expensive, but I wasn't doing well back then, so monthly was smarter. This is my payout from Take Profit Trader today. That's my payout today again. So that's how much I make of Take Profit Trader on payouts after I make $300 per day. So they take 20%. But yeah, this is bad. This is as bad as it gets. Yep. I'm kind of over the reversals unless it's the, downside. I went long and I still lost. Oh man, you can't make this up. I knew this was going to be a bad stop. But I was playing the, the safe route in case it does dump. I have no issues with data, and I haven't heard anyone talk about it. Oh. I just got to remember to make sure I trade these accounts on the ORB tomorrow. I got to take a screenshot of which accounts those are. It's a grinding day, guys. It's a grinding day higher. So for sure, not my best work today. First losing day on stream in a while. Take Profit Trader has data issues now in NinjaTrader. I've been hearing that yesterday. The only good thing is maybe this account I could get a payout from, even though I lost on it. This account, see, like, has so much cushion that I don't really care about losing on this account at all. Let's see how many days I'm on this account. See if I could get a, I should be able to get a payout soon. I got denied on it last time. $25K account. This one. No. Wait, am I? June. I'm under review on this account. Oh God. I hope I don't get denied. Whoopsies. This account that I just lost on is under review. I mean, I have plenty of cushions, so I shouldn't lose. I shouldn't really lose the... If I didn't break any rules, I should be fine. But that was dumb of me to trade. Why do you take so many small trades? I take 3 to 5 trades a day. And I feel like that's the sweet spot. 2 to 5 trades a day is the sweet spot. Because when I have so many accounts, you can't just take one trade. You would have to copy all your accounts and put all your eggs in one basket. Which could work. For some people, it works. Is Take Profit Trader going through a class action suit? I have no idea. Why you say that? Where did that come from? I have no idea. Wow, 15-minute chart basically has no red candles today. Just one doji. Yeah, some people do pull 1 to 2K daily, and some people just blow up the accounts eventually. But I don't know. I'm happy with $200-300 a day. That's why I like to have so many accounts, because losses are gonna happen, and I just haven't taken a loss in a long time. So it's frustrating to take a loss, but it's part of the game. I gotta flip my Tradeify account. Let's do that. Tradeify. I don't know which one I have at Payout. 13. Okay. Okay, it would be good to size down to micros. Can I do that? Okay.
Order filled.
I'll give it like 10 seconds or something. Oh, I'm just gonna break even stop this, guys, and I'm gonna let it go. Maybe we'll make like 100
Order
bucks.
submitted.
Maybe the market will go to 24,000 today, and I'll make a lot of money. This is just a flip, but just gonna let it work for a bit for fun. It's gonna stop me out here. Yeah, I don't know. Candles on NinjaTrader just seem a little bit different. As if the refresh rate's a little slower. There we go. Did you look at that? I'm up $14. This is a flip on Tradeify to get to a payout. Tomorrow I'm going to request a payout with Tradeify. First one. And then Lucid, I should be able to get a request by Friday.
Order filled.
Okay, that didn't work. All right, but that's flipped. So Tradeify is looking nice. Almost funded here. Need $600 more to get another funded account, but we have 3 funded accounts here. This is going to be 4th. I have a straight to funded, advanced funded, and growth funded. So I'm going to have a little bit of each. And then if I get approved on the payout, then I'm going to buy. I mean, they're going to full port this eval. I have 2 evals, actually. I mean, they're going to full port those 2 evals and try to pass. If I don't, then I'm just going to buy a straight to funded account. So I have 5 accounts by end of this week. With Tradeify. Oh, sorry, guys. I keep forgetting I turn on the audio and I forget to mute my desktop audio. How did I get that buy click? That's advanced indicators. That's a plugin. Same thing with this. They show you like this is ugly as hell, but I'm sure there's a way to change this. Why is this like dark blue? How do I change that? Crosshair. It's crazy how they built this. Hold on, my dad's calling. Sorry, guys. I always talk on speakerphone, so my phone is always on my desk, and you can't see it. My dad's gonna be here soon, probably like half an hour. Hopefully, the truck gets here by 3 o'clock, like he says. So we're gonna prep. I have a meeting. Oh fuck! I have a meeting with Trade Day today. I gotta cancel that. Supposed to meet with do a Zoom call with Trade Day, but I'm not gonna be able to do that. Sucks, but I don't know what they want to talk about, to be honest. But they're launching 3 accounts, so Alpine in the big leagues, if Trader wants to meet, I have no idea. I tweeted something because they said something big's coming, and I heard that they're gonna have 3 accounts, and I just retweeted something, and they reached out. Because if Take Profit Trader and Trade Day are very similar, and I know Trade Day is more expensive and whatnot, and it's not gonna be beneficial to anyone that doesn't have 5 Take Profit Trader accounts. But if I have 5 Take Profit Trader accounts and I want to have more, and Trade Day is the only other option, then I'm going to do it. $130 activation. I don't care. If I could get a payout every single day, I'm not going to worry about $130 activation fee. Black Beauty Machine is short. Good luck. Oh, 3 accounts is already going? Oh, shit. Ooh, multiple accounts. Oh, let me sign up. I am going to sign up so I can start trading them tomorrow. End of day. I do minimum 7. I don't know which account to do. Definitely want to do I'm signing up for trade day really quick. I already had one payout with Tradeify a long time ago. Where are the credentials? How do I log in now? What's the problem? Trade day, end of day applies to PAs as well. You choose which one you want. I might just do trailing because trailing doesn't really bother me, guys. I don't know. I did one end of day for sure, but I think that it's $75 plus activation. So it's like Top Step pricing, really. It's $200 for a 50K account. All tick charts are slightly different even on the same platform. Yes, because tick chart depends on when you start it. Okay, so it depends when you start the tick chart, it counts 500 ticks. Okay, so it could be different, yes. That's why you just got to get used to it. I am very disappointed in my trading today, guys. I'm not going to lie, but I wonder how long Take Profit Trader will stay like this. It's too easy in my opinion, says Trader JX. Yeah, I agree. But they've been like this for 4 years now, 5 years, except they did have a daily loss limit. Right now, it seems too easy. So definitely got to take advantage of it. But I know a lot of people that struggle with take profit. Right? A lot of people want to get to a payout in the first day. They want to pass the eval as soon as possible. They don't want to be patient for 5 days. So they do make good money there too. Okay, how do I get my credentials? I want to log into this. I want to log into my trade day account and then flip it. So these accounts is 1 day today because it's 7-day eval. It's very long. Trade day is not going to be a prop for me. You want to flip accounts, that's for sure. right. Accept. I am in. Okay, now let's log into NinjaTrader. Log into NinjaTrader with trade day. At least we'll get this started. And I don't know. I got to figure out my funded futures as well. All right. We are in. See, so with trade day, it's, easy. NinjaTrader is nice for that. The trade of 8 accounts. I get 3 trade day accounts, not 5. See, clarity, the issue that we have as traders, I am beating myself up because I took a small loss and it would have been a win. And you're beating yourself up because you didn't take a small loss and you blew an account. So we're at the opposite extremes of one another. Like, you took the loss, didn't work. I took the loss and it would have worked. See how crazy trading is? This is stuff you can't teach. What's trade day's payout policy? Same as take profit every single day, but the minimum is 250. Because they send it to your bank. They don't send it like the reason why I would take profit, you could take it out daily because they have the wallet system. But I'm going to definitely learn trade day in and outs. That way I can answer questions, but I'm doing it for daily payouts. I want to be able to do like $1,000 daily between, let's say, 4 accounts. I'm going to have 8 accounts, right? So I'm going to have 5 take profit and 3 trade day. And maybe even my Phidias account. So technically 9 accounts for daily payouts for now. And if I trade 4 of them and I win on the opening trade, that's $1,000. Do they have a cap? I don't know. I've submitted it for withdrawal with Take Profit Trader, but they don't have my account details. Did you submit for a withdrawal or for payout? That's 2 different things at Take Profit. Withdraw from your wallet. I think I actually have never done that. I'm actually gonna do it right now. I just requested a payout, got approved, or withdrawal, I should say. Proceed. Let's see. Okay, so can I use this form? Why did he send me a W8? I'm a 10-9. I'm a W9. Oh, I'm an idiot. Fuck. I know what I did. I selected I'm not a US citizen or whatever. I don't know if I could redo that. I'm gonna email. Press and pray. Yeah, my Robinhood account's probably looking good, but it's very slow. 6 ATR. Code Alpine for Bullnox not working yet. The sale ended. It's no longer 90% off. Sorry. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a day. It's 1 o'clock. My topsoil should be here in an hour or so. So I want to go get some lunch, and then I'll be busy working like hell today because if you weren't here, I'm doing new grass in my house, and I was doing topsoil on Sunday, and unfortunately we ran out of topsoil, and I was supposed to get it delivered yesterday, and the guy never showed up. And so a lot of hand work today. Oh well, it's gonna be like a workout, but I gotta get it done because grass is coming on Thursday. You and Nutty said you're calling at the same time. Yeah, I'm mad at Nutty. He doesn't stream long, so I could never watch him anymore. Once I'm done, he's gone. Or if I'm driving to work, he's gone. all these 50K accounts? No. I have 150s and 25s as well. So let's do by equity. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 25Ks. Wow, this market is unbelievable. I have the rest 50Ks and then 150Ks. And then I have a bunch of 50Ks on NinjaTrader as well. I have 1, 2, well, funded only 3. That's what matters right now. This is eval. I'm bummed out about these losses today, but this one doesn't really matter that much. I'm under review for a payout. It's a 25K account. I could only take out 1,500, so I didn't really lose anything. You know, like I can't really take this money out for a long, long time, so I'll make it back. This account definitely hurts. It was close to a payout. Now it's far from a payout. And same thing with this one. But this one's only $500 loss. I'm very frustrating losses today, though. That's the problem. I think otherwise I'm happy. Like, there's really no worse way to lose than this. If you're just tuning in, I took it short here. I wasn't paying attention, right? So I'm distracted, whatever, we're talking. And then I see this trap to the short side. So basically my trap setup played out. So it's not the first pullback. It's the second pullback. Makes a new high, makes a new low. So this becomes a trap. And I should be entering right here, the latest, right? Because that's confirmation. And if I would have entered here, this would have been an easy win. It's 22 ticks. But I ended up chasing. But since I was chasing, at least I undid my copy trader. So I took off the copy trader and I only lost on one account. Then I turned the copy trader back on. And then I took a two-legged pullback here. So we got one pullback, second pullback, and I took a long right here. That was my strategy. Fortunately, it got stuck here, and I knew the stop was bad. I've said it. We even went back on stream and reviewed it again when I said it. This is a trap, right? So the same pattern we have here. This is playing out in reverse. High, pullback, new high. It happened multiple times. And then this becomes the trap. A lot of people shorted there. A lot of people stopped out there. This is why it's called a trap, right? That's how I kind of came up with it. I knew the stop was there in the bad spot, and it squeezed. So if I didn't stop out there and I just added on the second entry, then I would have been fine. But I didn't want to risk too much. So using a stop loss today is costing me profits, costing me losses, you know, and costing me wins. So not only did I lose, but I also missed out on the win. So it's like $700 to $800 difference, which is crazy to think about, but that's how it goes. Tomorrow, I'll try to do better. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's get after it. Hopefully I get these payouts approved or denied at least with Apex by tomorrow, so I have more accounts to trade. But right now, still pending under review. All right, guys. Take care and see you all tomorrow. Ciao. Thanks for stopping me from tilting. We tilted emotionally, but we didn't tilt with the executions. We didn't go and revenge trade. We didn't do anything like that. So I vented. I was pissed off, but I didn't do damage. And that's That's one way to kind of, you know, cope with it. Get mad, but don't trade. And I've done it so many times where you just keep getting into trades, and today probably would have worked. I could have kept longing and then it would have worked, but it would have been just straight revenge trading. Even though I had some good, you know, two-legged pullbacks, I guess. Not really. But anyway, guys, I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to try to really be on tomorrow at 9:30, okay? As soon as I'm done with the open range trade, get on. Because I missed on this. I'm not going to take screenshots. I'm not going to do anything. Tomorrow, I'm not doing any of that. Because I always take screenshots, you know, talk in my Discord. I'm not doing any of that. Tomorrow, I'm going to do the opening trade and get right onto live. Because I feel like the first 30 minutes can give me a lot of setups. All right, guys. So, worst day in a while, but we'll take it. Losses are not going to be avoided, right? There's no way to avoid losses all the time. Still sucks no matter what, but they're not going to be avoidable. Later, guys. I'm not touching anything else. I promise. I promise to you guys. I'm not touching on any of my accounts for the rest of the day. I'm not going to revenge trade those accounts. Later, guys.